Good day, viewers! I am your host, Noemi Palomar, and you're watching Noy Pals Talk. In today's episode, we will be talking about the heroic leadership concerning the pillar love. As the world needs leaders to guide everyone, there are just some who are leading by inciting fear to their followers rather than love. This has been an ongoing issue, especially with the young ones. Choosing how they will lead is one crucial thing that must be considered to become an effective leader. To know more about this pillar, we will be helping someone who is president-elect in her school. Let us call on Princess Judette Payot.
Hi everyone! I'm a newly elected student government president and my term starts in a few days. So here's what I need advice on. Should I be a leader that is feared or loved? Should I prioritize efficiency or camaraderie? What other leadership tips could you advise me? I hope you can help me choose the most effective path.
Hello, Princess! To help us dive deeper into these things through her experiences, let us welcome former CSG President, Ms. Jillian Sagusay.
Thank you for inviting me as your guest. Now, as you all know that leadership comes with great responsibility, and based on my experience as a former CSG president in Shire University, I cannot say that I was a perfect leader, but I never took advantage of my position to justify my own desires and selfishness. I had led our school community with thousands of students within just 1 year, in accordance with the vision and mission set by the university as well as to what I think is the best for everyone. At first, I had my own platforms with me, which was also decided and chosen by other members, to make new changes and improvements in our school systems. But I always think and put first the whole school community into consideration first, before trying to come up with new effective school programs and platforms. In instance, I decided to put up Freedom Wall where students could stay and vent out all the stress and emotions by just writing something on the wall. By just simply doing this, I was able to build their trust and stronger connection with them, as they had witnessed me all throughout the year. I had already built that kind of image where students can rely on me. Not only the students but also my members had followed me not because they were afraid of going against me, but they had faith in me. Thus, those initiative and intuitive acts are a form of love as a leader, in which I showed to everyone, and they responded enthusiastically.
Very inspiring, Miss Jillian. Thank you. Now, in a wider perspective, Miss Alex Pasamonte, a CEO from fast food chain, will join us in this conversation.
Well, I'm glad you invited me to share my expertise on this field. First off, as a CEO of fast food chain, I have been leading the company for quite some time now. So as a CEO, the topmost priority I have in mind was to lead them according to protocols and adhere to their respective job descriptions accurately. So, I was austere and strict, to the point that all I had in mind was that the department's working according to what I expect them to be. I don't accept late submission of reports, tardiness in meetings, and overdue papers that I have to sign. I have to make them realize that everything in the company must work perfectly for the company to be at the top of the charts, because that's what it should be, right? However, this had made a gap between me and my employees, which resulted to resignations and declination of my employees' work interest and vigor, which negatively affected the company as a whole. But no worries, I'm sure my company can move on from it.
That is very sad to hear, Miss Alex. I hope your company recovers from this situation. Moving on to our next guest, whom we called through a phone, a Jesuit missionary, Brother Vince Pitao, will now enlighten us about how Saint Ignatius wanted us to become leaders with great love. Hello, Brother Vince.
Hi everyone, hi Noemi. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. So first of all, if we try to compare the two leaders, I think the results of using fear and using love to lead is very clear, right? As what I observed from the second leader, fear is being used. Her sense of supremacy focused in forming the employees to become disciplined in order to achieve the company's goals, but this resulted in the resignation of many great quality workers. This is because she somehow used others to achieve a self-interested agenda, which is not good. In contrast, the first leader showed compassion to her community, which is a great example of leadership using love. This resulted in all members of the organization to stay encouraged and motivated. Saint Ignatius, one of the famous Jesuits, taught us to lead with greater love than fear. This perspective allows us to see the people of the world in a positive sense, despite all the unfavorable views that we are currently witnessing. His teachings implies that leading is all about helping others achieve and realize their full potential. It is with a lens of love that helps leaders see their members' talents, potential, and courage. In other words, love-driven leaders work with passion and courage. With this, I would like to emphasize on 3 points. First is empower. To lead with love also means to empower. In order to do so, a leader must not aim only for the development of him or herself, but also to his or her members. A good leader influences and motivates its own members to become someone and do better. Next is unify. It is with love that unifies a certain group or organization. Love is a motivating force that energizes the efforts of each member. It is through love that the relationship of the leaders and its subordinates are glued together. And lastly, edify. A leader that leads with great love can make improvements to him or herself and with the people around him or her. The leader ensures that all of them will together grow morally and intellectually. Let us remember that a group performs best when team members respect, value, and trust one another and sacrifice narrow self-interest. Also, individuals perform best when they are respected, valued, and trusted by someone who genuinely cares for their well-being. These 2 things can be achieved by leading with greater love than fear. So I think that would be all for my part, Noemi. Thank you!
How insightful, Brother Vince. Thank you. I hope that our guests helped you in your choice of how to become a leader. Princess?
Oh, they sure did. Thank you so much for having me here, Noemi.
No problem. To our guests and viewers, thank you. And let us all remember that we should lead with love that empowers, unifies, and edifies.
That's it. I know what type of leader I should be. I should lead with love, to encourage trust and spark passion among the students. And if I want to show them that I care, I have to look after myself too, and make sure I'm working on all my aspects so I can inspire them to follow. I should love myself through self-awareness and improvement, so I can then give that love to them through my service. I will be known as a leader that was well loved.